Welcome into Kitchen Talk Pickleball Edition. I'm your host, Caitlin Miller, and this week we have a very special guest. We have pro pickleball player Dekel coming on. Dekel, thank you so much for joining us this week.
Thanks for having me, Caitlin.
Well, obviously, you're at the forefront. You know how much pickleball is growing. A lot more pros are signing contracts, even now on an international level, which is so exciting. So you and six other players formed something that I think will really just make advancements on a worldwide scale. It's the World's Pickleball Players Association. So, Dekel, you're a board member of this. Tell me a little bit about this association and what you think this really means for the sport.
Yeah, for sure. We started this only a few months ago, and we're getting lots of tractions and lots of players joining. So we're very happy about that. And in general, we just want to make sure the players are taken care of, they have good conditions, and yeah, keep the sport moving forward.
A quick break to tell you about something that helps me stay on the court longer and recover way faster. It's called Kineon. If you're dealing with knee or back pain like myself, tight shoulders, or just general soreness from playing a lot of pickleball, their recovery tools are a total game changer. The Move Plus Pro uses red light therapy to reduce inflammation, relieve pain, and help your body heal faster. And it's small enough to fit in your pickleball bag. Kineon also has a trigger point therapy tool that's designed to relieve muscle tension, break up those tight spots, and improve mobility with targeted pressure. To save 10% on these life-changing products, use code Caitlin or scan the QR code on the screen right in front of you. From pain to possible, get back to doing what you love both on and off the court. Now back to the show. And what would you say, from someone listening that is not as familiar of what it's like to be a pro pickleball player? You guys are traveling constantly. Everyone's trying to fight for a contract. What would you say the biggest challenges right now for a pro player on tour are?
There's definitely always challenges, and the challenges kind of keep changing throughout the year. As I said, the sport has changed so much over the last few years, and pro pickleball is right now very different than what it was 2 3 years ago and 5 7 years ago. A few years from now it'll be very different again. So always different challenges. Getting into the sport is not easy, and also just all the travel that we do is probably the toughest part. It's one financially. It costs a lot to travel all over the world, and in the States, lots of flights, lots of hotels, car rentals, and other expenses that we have. Not being at home is not fun sometimes. We see a lot of burnout. If people are playing too much, we see injuries. So yeah, that's a lot of things that we're trying to help the players with.
Let's take a quick moment to share with you my go-to gear on the pickleball court. Centerline Athletics makes player-focused apparel built for the court. Their fabrics are SPF protected, quick cooling, and super breathable with that airlight feel. The Grip Tech technology is clutch. You can wipe away that sweat in the middle of a match and stay locked in. Every detail is designed and tested by players for maximum performance. So go grab your Centerline Athletics apparel and use code Miller for 20% off everything. All right, now let's get back to it. And I think, obviously it's a newer sport, especially at the pro level, and how much it really is evolving and all the popularity behind it, even the fan base too, which is amazing to see. But I know a few of the pros, a lot of them have really spoken out about the schedule and how that could affect, like you said, burnout, injury prevention. There's no off season, so to speak. Is that something you guys are fighting for? Is maybe more of an off season or different type of schedule, like you were saying?
100%. Off season is a big subject in our talks. We just think, with having some time off and also some time to train and get the body right and prepare for the new season, it'll obviously help the players, and we also think it'll help the tour with just having better product and players healthier and playing better. So definitely a good subject to talk about, and also just having like sometimes we have 4 5 6 tournaments in a row, and we would like to have like a little bit more of separation, or like a week in between to play, just kind of maybe have the schedule a bit better for the players. We know there's always difficult decisions that need to be made and different adjustments, and it is a new sport and things keep changing all the time. So it's not easy, and we understand the difficulties, but we would like to talk and help and see how we can make things better.
Yeah, definitely. And in terms of compensation, there are a lot more sponsorship opportunities, more contracts being handed out, more prize money. Do you think it's enough, or do you think, pro players need a lot more moving forward?
I feel like in general right now, the the players, especially like the players more at the top, are having they can sustain a good living. I don't think that is a big subject of our talks at the moment. We're more concentrating on the different conditions and just making conditions safer and better for the players,
Okay.
and then we'll go from there. But that's definitely the main stuff we were talking about.
Okay, awesome. And with the WPPA, obviously the goal is unity on an international scale. So I mean, talk to me a little bit about that and how you hope that, we can come up with things. So hopefully one day down the road we have the Olympics or pickleball is an NCAA sport.
Yeah, it's great to see some. It is already in some colleges, and I think Duper is doing a good job getting into
Yeah.
different colleges and also different other organizations. But um, it's definitely growing worldwide, and yeah, WPPA is the goal in the end to be for all players in all different countries. Of course, it's the most players are right now in the US, so that's kind of where we started. But yeah, the goal is to help internationally as well. And I mean the tours are going international. I just played the PPA in Vietnam, so a lot of players overseas are playing the PPAs, and so yeah, it's great to see how it's growing, and that's definitely our goal to keep growing with it and go have international players join the association as well.
What do you
And
think?
one
Yeah.
day of we hope to have it in the Olympics. It's I would say that's
Yes.
less our job. That's more we're kind of more focused on the players and less about getting things in the Olympics. It's out of
Okay.
our expertise, I guess. We have the different international associations that are trying to get that going, and we'll love to play in the Olympics one day. That's a dream, of course.
Yes, that would be such an amazing dream to come true. What do you think needs to change? Like, or what do you think needs to, I guess, yeah, change moving forward in order to one day, get pickleball in the Olympics, just on an international scale?
I think for the Olympics, I don't know exactly the rules for it, but from what I understand, we need more players playing in different countries, so more countries that have a larger population playing, a larger amount of people playing consistently. So I think we're getting closer. Again, I don't know exactly the rules, but it sounds like we're getting closer, and there's a good chance, maybe in Australia they can add the sport there,
Yeah.
because Australia is very big on pickleball too, and it's growing very fast there. So keep promoting the sport around the world. Keep doing what we're doing. There's a lot of good people promoting it all over, and
Yeah.
it's good that the pro pickleball is growing around the world, and the amateur. Like I'm sure both is helping achieve that goal.
Yeah, no, it's so amazing to see like PPA Asia now and just,
Yeah,
all these other countries
yeah. We
taking it
played
up. It's yeah.
exactly. We just played there in Vietnam and had almost 8,000 people watching
Wow.
in the crowd in the finals day. That's amazing. And I think they just like really got into pickleball like 2 years ago. So the growth there has been insane.
I saw some videos and recaps of of that trip. I mean, what was the energy seemed amazing over there.
Yes. Yeah. Even when we just had 2,000 people, that's still a lot. Like in the
Yeah.
earlier rounds, energy was amazing. It's like, indoors, it's always a little bit louder. And when it was the close to 8,000 people, we were just like, whoa. Like every time there was something happening, it's just like you can feel it. You can feel it in like kind of like inside you, just like the energy and the excitement of everybody. It was really cool how excited they were about pickleball, how about the pros, about the just the points going on. You could hear how happy and excited they were.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And I know you predominantly play obviously in the US, but when you
hmm
actually go overseas like that and see the sport you love so much, being celebrated like that and so many people playing, is that really awesome to see? I'm sure when you got off the plane, you were like, oh my gosh, this is so cool that, they're taking it this seriously over here.
Yeah, I didn't really know what to expect. I saw like, previous videos of like so many people watching and how excited they were, and I heard some stories from different players, but it's still different once you go there and like you see the excitement for yourself and you see how just how much they love pickleball and they're just like us, pickleball addicts.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I love it. And then going back to the college level, like, an athlete, I know you were a tennis player, to
hmm
have the opportunity. I mean, it's like to be an elite athlete, such as a tennis player, a pro pickleball player, you have to start now, when you learn how to walk. I mean, it's crazy. You dedicate your whole life to it, and you also dedicate a lot of money, right? And so, your goal, like my goal too, is to get a college scholarship and then maybe have the opportunity to go pro in a sport and to kind of have that reward too, especially as these young kids are really now picking up pickleball. So, and I know Duper is doing an amazing job launching their Duper Collegiate Championships and everything like that. But do you think it could become an NCAA sport soon, or are we a little ways out, would you say?
We're a little ways out, but it's hard to know exactly how long pickleball. Like, I mean, we see it all the time, how fast it's growing, how fast it's going to different places.
Yeah.
I think the collegiate level is also growing very fast. In terms of like having more college sponsorships and stuff, I think we're already seeing different organizations helping with that and different colleges doing that. For having like all of the colleges, I think we're a little ways away, but I'm hopefully I'll be pleasantly surprised. But I think it will become one. So
Yeah.
when it's hard to exactly know, but with pickleball, everything's possible. So maybe it'll be sooner.
Yeah, no, definitely. And with the WPPA, obviously you guys are advocating for the athletes on tour, which is amazing. And it's also led by, seven of you athletes with the board and everything like that. So why is it so important for the leaders, to have like to be the pros actually on tour? Like the athletes are the ones with the voice in this case. Why is that so important?
Right. It was made by the players for the players.
Yeah.
It's the players know what's going on during the events, outside the events, like throughout the season. Like we feel it ourselves, like how the schedule is or how the conditions are on the court, off the court. So I feel that's why it needs the players need to be the ones leading charge, because if you don't play, it's hard to really know if how things are. So I think that's the kind of like the only way to go to have the players lead it.
And with you as a board member, I mean, what do you hope to accomplish with the WPPA?
Just I hope to grow it, get more and more people involved, and help as many people as we can, as many players. Just help the tour grow as well. Just with if the players are happy, they're playing better. There's more. They're they play for longer, and the product is better. So I think it goes hand in hand, and it's good to have this partnership, and that's the goal, just to get better conditions and better health for the players.
And I think it's easy for someone, on social media to follow you or to follow another pro. They see most of the highlight reels, right? You guys making it to a round of 16, the semis, the finals. I mean,
Mhm.
those are the moments you celebrate and you post about. But I mean, talk to me kind of just from a day-to-day perspective, to someone's listening that really wants to understand what it's like to be a top pro pickleball player. What does that look like?
Yeah, it's a good question, because everybody sees is the good side of it, I guess. The social media, especially when we win, we post more, which is natural. less when we lose, or you don't see as much of like the tougher times and the things that go behind the scenes and all the travels, the super long travel days and long training days and the injuries and everything that just goes with it. There's a lot. There's a lot. We travel for, I mean, just for tournaments probably over half the year. And then we have different other sponsorship commitments that we have to do. So that's more travel, and some people do extra things on the side to help themselves financially, help support their career. So most players are definitely over half the year not at home, and usually it's over two-thirds of the year not at home. And yeah, it's very difficult. It's very mentally demanding. I would say that's one thing that people don't see as much. You're in the spotlight a lot as well, and usually do it when you're not with your family, right? So you don't have the support of your family traveling with you. So a lot of tough moments on the court, off the court. Um, with that said, of course, there's a lot of great moments, and I feel like, I mean, I speak for myself, but for the most part, we love what we do. It's there's a reason we started playing pickleball, because most people start for fun and not to as a career. When I started over 7 years ago, pro pickleball wasn't. You weren't making money. If you were breaking even, you were happy, and you just played because you love the sport, you love competing, and it's amazing to see what it is now. But yeah, definitely a lot of tougher moments, and very fun to play on the court in front of the fans. That is my favorite part, being on center court, and just like after a good point, the roar of the crowd, and people coming after you after, and telling you different things, and a lot of different inspiring stories. It's always fun. And yeah, like you said, in Vietnam, that roar was something special, with indoors with almost 8,000 people. So yeah, those are very fun moments.
Yeah, no, that looked epic. I was like, oh, I wish I was there.
Yeah.
And to
But
put it in perspective,
yeah,
sorry, what were you gonna say?
just to like point out, like I would say the toughest part is definitely the travel for us. Like being away from home for so long, and um just traveling different time zones, different states, different conditions. It definitely takes a toll, and so yeah, that's I would say that's the hardest part.
Because I mean, unlike other sports, you have a soccer game on Saturday, right? Like pickleball, you play, one match a day and you're progressing. So if you're, making it all the way to championship Sunday, you're not even home for like maybe a day or two a week. I mean, like how much of a week or a month are you actually home?
Yeah, if you make finals and you start the tournament starts on Tuesday for most of us. And then if you're playing qualies on Monday. But we come on Sunday or Monday to get a little bit early and play with our partners. So if you come Sunday, Monday, and you play on Sunday and you leave on Monday, you're about a week at the tournament. And then if you have, sorry, if you have a few back-to-back events, then you're not home at all. So you'll basically be home if you have a week off, or like a weekend off. Then you'll go home. Otherwise, sometimes even if we do have the 2-3 days in between, and we're in California, and if you live in Florida, you're not gonna fly all the way to Florida and back to wherever it is, Vegas, let's say.
Right.
It's too much travel, so you'll just get a little bit earlier to your next tournament. So during the season, if there's back-to-back events, you're not home much.
And to your point, I think that's what you made before is the fact that these pros are not just playing pickleball. Like a lot of them are coaching or doing, some sort of online consulting with their clients in order to make money because you guys are traveling so much
Yeah.
and things like that. I mean, that let's just say like an NBA player, NFL player is not doing. And you do it yourself. You have pickleball getaways, you have pickleball 360. I mean, you're hustling as well. So that also just puts another element, and I'm sure you love it, but it just puts another element of stress. That's energy you have to put towards your business and your job on top of playing a sport, at the top of your game. I mean, I give you guys, I just don't think the average person understands that. And
Yeah.
like, I'm glad you brought that up because am friends with some of the pros, and I am like, I don't know how you do it. I mean, like between training 2 sessions a day, traveling in and of itself, when I just travel for work, I'm exhausted. And then adjusting, to that new time zone, especially you being in Vietnam, like I don't know how you did that. Um, I just think there's so many elements that people don't hear. So,
For
yeah,
sure.
it's crazy.
Yeah, no, you're right. There, you touched earlier about the like finances of pro pickleball, and
Yeah.
it has grown a lot, and players are making now definitely much more money than they used to. But still, a lot of players need to have a second source of income. So a lot of people are teaching on the side or uh, doing different, I mean, different camps or different online instruction. Even players at the top, of course. I have pickleball getaways, pickleball 360, as you mentioned. So it's definitely tricky to get everything kind of like combined, and like while you're traveling, like you need to think about different things. It's not ideal. It's hard to work and do different things while you're on the tour. So
Totally.
usually I would do things a little bit more when I'm on the weeks off, but try to fit as much as I can during the tournament weeks as well. But yeah, it's a lot going on for a lot of those players. You do what you can, and you train as much as you can, and I think we see in like how people are training more and more and taking it more as a very serious sport, which it
Yeah.
is. And it's great to see, and that's why the level has risen with players getting more money from the tours from sponsorships, and they have a little bit. Maybe they need to teach a little bit less, then they have more time to train, and then the level rises as well. So it goes together. And yeah, I mean, like as we mentioned, there's also you have different sponsors which help you financially, but you also have commitments for them. So sometimes it's different trips or different clinics that you need to do. So that is also on top of the tour as well.
Definitely. And what is your perspective? Something I always thought about too is these kind of up and coming or aspiring pros, right? Like they don't enter a PPA tournament for free, and it can cost them almost $1,000 just purely on entry fees plus travel. At this point, the level has gotten so high, it's hard to
Mhm.
really maintain a full-time job and try to actually make it as a pro player. And so I think that's like a whole other conversation too, is almost what needs to change for the future pros and the kids that are starting out at 12 years old now, 8 years old, like giving up a lot of time being trained, traveling a bunch with their families. I mean, that's also super hard too.
Yeah, it's very difficult. There's like you said, entry fees are sometimes they get pricey, and it's not just that; it's the travel, and every week costs you quite a bit. So
Yeah.
if you don't make main draw and make some money, and you're losing money, it's sort of an you can look at it as an investment, or you can look at it as you know, a risk. It's tough. I feel like we could maybe try to maybe get. I know PPA is already doing that with different contracts to different players, so the entry fees are covered and stuff like that. Maybe we can come up with some better programs to get more players or younger players even more opportunities, even if it's just playing qualies and getting some expenses covered there to help more players break through and make it a little bit easier road for people. It's nice
Yeah.
to see so many juniors now on our tour.
I
And I
know.
remember
It's
in
amazing.
in the last couple of events, I've been like pleasantly surprised with how many juniors and how good they are as well. And we see some of them starting to play in main draws and on the tour as well, and getting some good results. So it's tricky. I don't know if I have the exact answer right now, but definitely can maybe get some different sponsorships helping the younger crew, and
Yep.
maybe more entry fees covered, maybe some hotels or like some deals with hotels to cover more expenses or airlines. That would be very helpful for players to break through because it does get pricey for sure.
Yeah, and it's awesome to see too the PPA signing a lot more juniors as
Hmm.
well.
Yes,
So,
for sure.
just that acknowledgement and also that helps them financially and it just shows that they're really trying to support them and build them, for a future as a pro player.
Yeah, no, it's great. They're getting more opportunities and main draws and getting themselves out there. It's good experience for them for sure. And I think the Challenger Tour is also very
Yes.
important. So that's a great thing that PPA has added, giving more reps for people like starting up, and you don't go to a main draw in one of the bigger PPAs and you lose first round and then that's all the reps you got, and that's tough. You need more wins, need more reps. It's very important.
Yeah. And I know we focus a lot on, just kind of the things that you guys are fighting for as players, but as someone that went from a top tennis, an elite tennis player to now a pickleball pro, what have been some of just the big rewards coming out? What have you loved about that whole experience?
About moving from tennis to
From
pickleball.
tennis to now pickleball pro. Yes.
I have loved the just how in pickleball it's so much more fun for me to travel. As hard as it is, it's still more fun because you do it with more friends, I would say.
Yeah.
It's still very difficult, and I would say it's getting a little bit more challenging with how competitive the tour is getting. But just the different people you meet is very fun, and yeah, I've enjoyed partnering with a lot of different people. In tennis, it was more singles, so we have singles in pickleball too, but doubles is I would say are the main event. And every week you have two partners, and it's very fun to compete with a lot of different friends on tour. It's that has been a blast. Like just some of my best friends now are just my partners or previous partners. So
Yeah.
that's something that doesn't go away. And like um, competing with a friend is so much more fun than competing with somebody that you're not as close with. So I've enjoyed that part a lot.
I agree too. And also just like the whole team format with the
Oh
MLP
yeah, yeah,
and center
for
court. I
sure.
mean, it's just like the energy versus obviously I love watching tennis matches, but it's so quiet. It's fun to see people really get rowdy and into it.
Yeah, I can talk all day about MLP. I'm a big fan.
Yes.
I have lucky to have a great team, and right now I'm going today, no, going tomorrow to MLP. So I'm excited about that, and yeah, just the team energy. That's something again we didn't have in tennis. Very maybe every once in a while on a smaller scale, but that's so much fun. I've enjoyed that a lot.
Yeah, well, Dekel, this has been awesome. And thanks for sharing really just all the things the WPPA is doing and you kind of joining with other pro players to fight for the players and to keep the tour experience just so awesome and progressing forward. So, Dekel, thank you so much for joining us, and we'll stay tuned to see who will join us in the kitchen next time.